Welcome to the final episode before we hit the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And we've got Io Shirai, a women's division match kicking off tonight's show. We've not got a continuation of the tournament. Later on in the main event, we've got the final four men in the NXT Championship tournament fighting it out in a tag team match. So as Kairi Sane comes out, we're kicking off tonight's show with a triple threat. Adam Pacitti has picked out 3 women that he thinks could be NXT Women's Championship material, basically. We know that Dakota Kai picked up a win against Dana Brooke, and presumably she will face the winner of this match here tonight, and we'll see who can come out on top. We really need to start determining some female main eventers for NXT, and this match will play into that. And finally, her husband will be competing later on tonight. This is, I believe, the in-ring debut of Maria Kanellis, the self-proclaimed First Lady of NXT. If she can get that women's belt, then there'll be some weight behind that nickname. So we know that because of their independent scene ties, Mike and Maria Kanellis are good friends with the Raw GM, Cody Rhodes. Obviously, both Mike Kanellis and Cody Rhodes have both competed within Ring of Honor during their career. So has Maria, I believe, unless she was just a manager. Former Impact Women's Champion. Dropkick to the back of the head by Io Shirai. And Maria doing the wise thing, letting the more experienced, is that fair to say, the more experienced women battle it out? I'm not quite sure. Oh my god, Michinoku driver there by Kanellis though. Oh my god, and she gets hit with a shotgun dropkick straight to the chest from Kairi Sane. Maria Kanellis, along with Mickie James, some of the more old school aggression era style divas to still be hanging around, made the transition from divas into female superstars. She receives a dropkick from Io Shirai though, who just spins around and absolutely floors Kairi Sane with a thunderous back fist. So, as mentioned, this is the final show before Elimination Chamber. It's been a bit of a weak build to this pay-per-view because a lot of it is just literally qualifiers and then boom. There's not like a lot of story there, which is another reason why I decided to cut a week out. Oh my god, super kick there to Kairi Sane. Doesn't take her down though. And tomorrow me and Aiden are going to be recording Elimination Chamber. It's going to be pretty fun, at least I hope it will be. I don't see how it can't be. We've got a lot of stacked matches. I think about 4 or 5 actual Elimination Chamber matches, and then 2 tag team matches. So it's going to be a hell of a show. And there's a handstand choke in the corner there to Kairi Sane. Oh my god! Sliding forearm. Obviously Kairi Sane also uses that move but calls it the sliding D. Oh my god, and Maria Kanellis with a diving foot stomp off the top. And now Io with Kanellis in the corner, and now Kanellis using a speed advantage against Io Shirai. Shirai was going for something in that corner, but Kanellis dodged out the way, and now a single leg Boston Crab from Kairi Sane, looking to control this match, but gets kicked away by the much taller Maria, who has a distinct height advantage against both of these women. Oh my god, and Kairi going for a double axe handle, but misses. And now Maria Kanellis setting up for that modified miracle, but gets broken up by Io Shirai. Mike Kanellis uses a Samoan driver to finish his matches, and that was a modified version of the Miracle in Progress, the modified Miracle. Standing sea fire there by Kairi Sane, taking down Maria Kanellis, and almost gets a free count there. You don't see moves like that very often, but when you do, they're certainly impactful. And now Kairi Sane throwing Maria Kanellis to ringside. Oh my god, snapmare over the top rope. Hello there, I can't speak. A snapmare. And now throw in Maria Kanellis into that corner. Maybe looking for the sliding D, but Maria with the reversal gets caught by Io Shirai into an STO. 1, 2. And Maria kicks out at 2. Very, very close pinfalls. Maria, certainly with a bit of ring rust, she was the head of the female division on Raw when Nigel McGuinness was in control. And then, obviously, as Nigel stepped down and Cody Rhodes has assumed control, he's taken over the entire brand with Brandy Rhodes. Maria now here having to compete on NXT instead with her husband. However, we don't know whether they'll get the call up. We don't know whether they'll get converted over to one of the other brands. There's a teaming TV division ready for Mike Kanellis to slide into, and there might be an opening in the women's division for Maria on Raw. So we're gonna have to wait and see how things go. But Kairi Sane in control of this match, or at least she was until Maria hit an arm drag, and now working on the back of Kairi Sane. And now with Io Shirai in that corner, Maria Kanellis setting up for a vintage bulldog. Maria with quite a lot of control here. Kairi Sane stirring on the outside. She went for a super kick, but Io with a reversal, taking Maria to the top turnbuckle. Kairi Sane sliding into the ring there. Oh my god, the double team! I don't know if it was an intended double team. I think, in fact, Kairi Sane just wiped out Io Shirai in the process. And now, out of nowhere, the anchor locked in. Kairi Sane could pick up a win. If Io Shirai taps out, is she going to tap? And no, she manages to wriggle out of it. That is the submission maneuver that weakened the Horsewomen. The first time the Horsewomen ever suffered a defeat was at the hands of Kairi Sane with the anchor maneuver. Oh my god, and Maria Kanellis breaking up that pinfall attempt. And now looking to maybe take advantage of the momentum Io Shirai suddenly gained from reversing that anchor. Oh my god, punching Io to the outside, and now preying on an injured Kairi. Kick to the gut. There's a face buster. 1, 2. And Maria Kanellis winning her debut and stealing it from Io Shirai. So we've now got some Super Junior action. It's not for the belt. It's just a nice little exhibition match to see if Gran Metalik can establish himself in the Super Junior division. If he could get a win here tonight, it would be massive. And that's because his opponent is the current Super Junior champion, won it off of Mustafa Ali and then was eliminated from the NXT Championship tournament by Volta. And that's Lio Rush, the man of the hour. So we're going to start this match with a handshake from Lio. Oh, no we're not. We might have, but not with Lio Rush in that ring. And now, I guess that's mind games. I guess that's mind games from Lio Rush, but I don't think they're going to work against Gran Metalik, who's been travelling all over the world, and I'm sure he's met people like Lio Rush before in the past. And I'm sure that they were champions, and I'm sure that he managed to make it so that they weren't champions. And now some disrespect to Gran Metalik, who's arguably a veteran when it comes to pro wrestling. And just this cocky young champion showing a little bit too much ego, a little bit too much confidence. Irish whip now as Gran Metalik reverses the momentum. Super kick out of nowhere. A very impactful move to be hitting early on in this match. But there it is. I don't know how much it stunned Lio Rush. Gran Metalik, oh my god, a slap to Metalik, almost knocking the mask off. And then Lio Rush went for another, but gets it with a Rana instead. Him and Mustafa Ali had an amazing match a few weeks ago when he claimed that Super Junior Championship. Mustafa Ali then went on to become a TV champion, but fell into the unfortunate ranks of being a champion for just a week, like many before him. And there's 2 super kicks for the price of 1 from Lio Rush. And now Rush with a kick to the gut, reversal, but the chops back and forth, and the height of Metalik in comparison to Rush meant that backhand chop to the chest, or to the chest, is where it would have usually have landed on an opponent the same size as Metalik, but instead it straight up slapped Lio Rush in the face because of how short he is in comparison. But he makes up for that lack of height with an advantage in speed instead, as now Metalik starts to work on the back of Lio Rush, making sure to keep him grounded, which is not something Metalik usually does. And those super kicks are like injections into the body, 1 into the knee and then 1 into the chin. Not nice at all for Grand Metalik. Forearm. I didn't even know what to call it, but a forearm over the top. And Lio Rush is back into this after those needle-like super kicks. But the backhands, and again, where it would usually land on a normal opponent, taking the feet out from beneath Grand Metalik, those chops landed on the chin of Lio Rush. And now with Grand Metalik on the outside there, Lio Rush has a solid advantage, letting Metalik stay outside the ring for as long as possible, using that time to recuperate and gain some stamina and get his breath back. And now the attack is back on with a calf kick to the face of Metalik, who's been really impressive in this match against the current Super Junior champion. And we could have been looking at a Metalik driver there, but it looks like Lio Rush setting up for that rolling unprettier, and he manages to hit it. 1, 2, and Grand Metalik falls short of pinning the champion. And Lio Rush dispatches of arguably one of the greatest luchadors currently signed to NXT, Grand Metalik, and he's called for the music to be stopped. It doesn't look like it's over. Lio Rush now going after Grand Metalik, who looks, I can't quite tell, but it looks like he might be busted open there. Maybe from that rolling unprettier. It looks like it might have busted his nose open. Oh my god, and now the assault with a chair on the body of Grand Metalik, who's struggling to defend himself. You can see some of the blood there on that chair. Oh my god, and there's an enziguri, a schoolboy enziguri. What is Lio Rush doing now? He's going to the turnbuckle. It looks like he might be going for that frog splash. And there it is, adding insult to injury to Metalik. So now main event time, and we've got the tag team match involving the 4 remaining men in the tournament. And coming out first, accompanied by his wife, who competed earlier tonight and won, which has certainly got to be morale boosting, we've got Mike Kanellis with his wife Maria. One of the certain cornerstones of NXT now, after some of the great matches that Mike has put on. Not exactly long matches, but really great performances. And he certainly deserves to be in the position that he's in. And Mike Kanellis' tag team partner, a quarter of the Undisputed Era faction. Adam Cole's going to be competing at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in that WWE Championship chamber. And Kyle O'Reilly looks to seek singles gold, hopefully at Survivor Series in the NXT Championship finals. But tonight, he's going to see if he can pick up a little bit of momentum. And the first of their opponents, the mercenary of NXT, Flip Gordon. And the final man, the man with possibly the best track record so far, the Austrian anomaly, Walter, leader of Imperium. He has had the best track record so far in terms of dominance in the matches, absolutely obliterating Leo Rush, I believe last week, and he won one of the Battle Royals to skip an entire round. He's certainly going to be a massive threat in this match. So as this match starts, I want to take a moment to remember that Kyle O'Reilly put on some fantastic matches against Travis Banks and Johnny Gargano. Last week, he faced Travis Banks. He took a Kiwi Crusher onto a ladder and somehow bounced straight back up and hit a Brainbuster. It was certainly something. It was certainly a fantastic performance by Kyle O'Reilly, eliminating another one of the big names in this tournament, Travis Banks, former NXT champion. It's going to be absolutely devastating, but at least he's got that Raw Money in the Bank briefcase to fall back onto. But we've got Flip Gordon with a spinning Enziguri there, a spinning roundhouse kick, heel kick, that's the one. He missed the first one and hit the second, and I'm being rang. So bear with me. And as seamless as ever, we're back straight into this match. Oh dear. So Mike Kanellis is really struggling to get some momentum here against Flip Gordon. Kanellis currently undefeated, obviously, otherwise he wouldn't be here. But Flip Gordon with a shooting star press had a great performance against Zach Gibson and Andrade Cien Almas in his matches. And as mentioned, Walter faced Leo Rush last week, and I don't think Walter even broke a sweat. It was a little bit unnerving to watch. And then Kyle O'Reilly's definitely taken the biggest bumps, that's safe to say. But Flip Gordon keeping Mike Kanellis grounded. Certainly a different approach, but Flip Gordon recently, I guess you could say he's seen things in a different perspective. Not really the happy-go-lucky Flips 24/7 kind of guy. He's now taking on the moniker of the Mercenary, the Merc with a moonsault, so to speak, as he works on the legs of Mike Kanellis. And I think Kanellis might want to make a tag out here, because Walter is now present within the ring, and it looks like that could spell trouble for Mike Kanellis. Kick to the head of Walter, and now Kanellis pretty much diving to Kyle O'Reilly to make that pin. Now we do know that Kyle O'Reilly and Walter will be going head to head, one-on-one, as part of the tournament, which leaves Kanellis and Flip Gordon going head to head, and then the winners will go to Survivor Series. That was one hell of a clothesline from the Austrian, who's now throwing around Kyle O'Reilly. Maria at ringside looking a little bit worried that her husband and his teammate might not be able to pick up a win like she did early on in the night. Oh my god, 2 deadlift gut wrenches from the floor. Kyle O'Reilly's not looking good. Oh my god, he blocks the chop though. And now a barrage of kicks and strikes at least started to rain down on Walter. Walter also pretty damn quick for a big guy. Oh my god, there's a gourd buster. And Walter just looking to keep Kyle O'Reilly grounded, much like Flip Gordon did with Kanellis. And now Kyle O'Reilly with a sliver of offense, looking to try and make a possible tag maybe. A double team there, kick to the gut and then punch to the back of the head, and now a tag made to Mike Kanellis. What are they going to try and do? Paying homage to Red Dragon with that brainbuster roundhouse kick. Homage to the Ring of Honor days. Of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Mike Kanellis, also former members of that roster. Oh my god, and now the mounted punches to Walter, as Mike Kanellis gets a little bit of offense in. Flip Gordon still fresh on the outside. And now you can kind of see the lack of response from Volta taking these hits. They're not really... They're affecting him, but not as much as they would a normal superstar. There's a DDT. 1. And a kick out at 1. And Kanellis needs to stop Walter from making that hot tag. He's had much better luck against Volta than he did against Flip Gordon. Big boot. Taking down a tired Volta now. And now over in that corner, Mike Kanellis targeting Flip Gordon with that DDT. That might have been a mistake. Oh my god. Maybe going for a master lock, but no. Straight jacket German by Volta. Just thunderous to Mike Kanellis. And now looking for a powerbomb. But Kanellis flips out of it. Sunset flip. Referee distracted, but no. 1, 2. Volta kicks out at 2. Very, very close fall there. Went for that Austrian jackknife. Oh my god! And Kanellis now back with the advantage. He's got to be careful of Flip Gordon on the outside. There's one of those thunderous chops to the chest of Kanellis. As now Volta looking for the jackknife again. If he hits it, Kanellis is going to be in trouble, and he does. Kanellis looks like he is out and not moving at all. Pulling him into that corner to keep him away from OReilly. 1, 2, and Kanellis with a kick out at 2. Barely. I think the dragging definitely woke Kanellis up a little bit and made him a little bit more conscious of what was going on around him. Roll up there by Kanellis to Volta. And he's stolen it. Mike Kanellis has just pinned Volta.